everyone, and welcome to my stamp studio. It is Wednesday. It is hump day, so our normal little hump day lunch break is going to start in just a moment. I just need to get over here, and I didn't have my Facebook page up here. I just want to make sure that I'm live, and we're going to get going on a really fun project today using a new stamp set, and I just have to get it out here. Oh, here's my dies. Where's my stamp set? Okay, it's here. Whew. Thought for a moment it was not there. Oh, I just need to adjust my camera just a little bit here. I'm kind of off a little bit. So I've got my little glass mat in here, and just refresh this so I can see that I'm live, because that's really key. I just got to make sure that I'm out there. All right, say hi. Let me know what you're having for lunch today. I'd love to get some ideas. I don't even have an idea for my lunch in my head yet. Just trying to see where I'm focusing here. All right, well, we're going to get started here because my feed isn't coming across. Okay, there I am. All right, so I've got my two papers. So I've got this brand new color. This is one of our new in colors. It's a hydrangea hue. I thought it's so pretty, and I'm pairing it with Secret Sea today. I was thinking about bringing cloud cover, but it doesn't. This is more of a gray, and I want to keep more of the blue and purple hue. Let's just see here. Oh, come on. I don't have any internet connection. Hold on, please. I don't know why I don't have internet. There it is. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. This is just really slow. I don't know why my feed is really slow. Here we go. All right. So hopefully I can see comments. So let me know that you're here and joining me. Say hi. Oh my goodness, it's just not. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. It got super, super tiny small, so I can't even see my comments. So I will, if you're commenting, I will come back and comment later, just because I can't see it right now. Okay, so we're going to bring in our trimmer here. Oh, and I should show you what stamp set we're using. Oh my gosh. So we're using this cute Ouch stamp set. And it has a coordinating set of dies. These are so cute. I actually made a bunch of my swap cards that I swap with other demonstrators using this stamp set. And this is going to be one of the feature stamp sets that I'm using for my In Color Club. So if you haven't checked out that, or you're not on my email list and you don't know about the In Color Club, look back later this afternoon and I'll be posting about it. It should already be on my page if you haven't already seen it. But what In Color Club is, it's an affordable way for you to get all the 5 different colors of new In Colors. So, all right, let's get started though. It is lunch break. We only have a certain amount of time. And I'm going to show you the card that we're doing, but we're switching up the colors. And this is the adorable little card that we'll be doing today. So I just need to get one other color here. I'm going to grab, and I think I'm going to grab Smoky Slate. Now, while that is a gray, it's more of a brighter gray, I want to say, because gray granite is kind of dark. It's more of a, I don't know, brownie. So there's our, is that Smoky Slate or not? Can't tell. Hold on. I might just grab a new one out of my box. Let's just see here. You know what? Maybe I'll grab, let's see. I'm just checking a couple colors. That's Balmy Blue. This is Azure Afternoon, which actually doesn't look bad. Ooh, but I kind of like the berry. So what I do is when I'm trying to pick a color, I'll just throw colors out on my table like this, and then I can pick some different colors. That's not a bad combo either. Let's try this one. I'm thinking I think I like the berry. We're going to change it up significantly and do a lot of different colors. Okay, so the stamp pads I'm going to grab out are going to be Hydrangea Hue. And then I've got Berry Burst here. And, of course, our Secret Sea. All right, let's get started on some of the things that we'll need to have. This piece right here is going to be 5 1/4 by, oops, I need a little bit bigger piece than that, and that's going to be, sorry, I didn't have my measurements here. I put them away. This is going to be 1 7/8 inch. So I'm just going to take my trimmer here and I'm going to cut this to 1 7/8. All right. Okay. Then we're going to use our hydrangea here, and we're going to cut this one at 5 1/2. So it's going to be 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And I am going to trim off a little bit of this. So I'm going to trim off 2 1/8 inch. Why am I doing 2 1/8 inch? Because it's half of that card front. All right, so we got this. All right. I'm not quite exactly sure how this color combo will work, but we're going to try it. And then this piece here is going to be 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. That doesn't seem right. It should be 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So let's get this one cut. So we're going to go to 4 3/4 and then 3 1/2. All right, this is going to be my layer. So I'll pull out my pieces as I go here. And then I need a piece of basic white, which is going to measure 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to be for the inside of our card, right here, like so. And then I need a piece that's going to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Sorry, I was just not figuring that out. So here's my, okay. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. This will be layered right onto here. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And I didn't cut this at the right. It should have been 4 1/2. Did I not cut this one right? No, I did not cut that one right. Yeah. This should be 4 3/4. 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, now I got the right measurements. All right. So 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And that's going to be layered all like this. I'm going to show you what our layers are going to be. Just like so. All right, this one has to be 4 1/4. So 1 7/8 by, 5 1/4. Oh my goodness, I had too much coffee, I think, today. I got up early to do a bunch of things and had too much coffee. Why is this not right? Something isn't right here. Oh no, it's right. Maybe it's just me. It could very well be. Okay, so we're going to start with taking a piece of, and there's one other thing that I want to grab here. I'm just going to grab a strip of white right here to do my little band-aid on. Yep, that's big enough. All right. And I realize I don't even have my cleaner over here. Okay, well that should make things very interesting. I'm going to need to clean my stamps here. And I was away for the weekend, pretty much, for business, and I didn't have this all laid out like I normally do. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my scrub here, put on some mist. And yes, you can clean your photopolymer stamps with the mist. It works just fine. All right, now we got that. I need my die here, so I'm going to be using this larger die. I'm going to also be using this one right here. And let's get our stamps out. use this large stamp here. And then I'm going to use this outline one. All right, it's going to be really cute. Okay, and we need a little Band-Aid thing in there. And we'll need a couple other things to kind of fill in our... Yeah, I'm going to do flowers and hearts. On my other one, I did the little cross and the hearts. We're going to do flower and hearts on this one. Okay, let's start with our berry burst. And the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my... Now, I don't know how hydrangea is going to show up on it. I don't think it's going to show up really well. So we're going to start with our little flower and berry burst. And I'm just going to randomly stamp all around here. Now notice that one didn't come out quite right. You can stamp over it because you can see through your black when you're using these photopolymers. All right, let's add a couple of hearts, and we'll do that in Secret C. When you pair Secret C with different colors, sometimes it looks more like black or a really deep blue, and other times it looks a little bit more on the purple side. So play around with your colors. All right, now we're going to take our, let's try our hydrangea on here. Let's see how it'll look. So this is one of our new pads, our new magnetic pads. So when you open it, you can stack it up. You can stack all these on top of each other and it'll all stay together. Tomorrow night is going to be our new product preview, kind of having them doing a little premiere, because I'm going to be doing actually a new product party on May 17th. And I'm going to show you all the different things that I've gotten out of the catalog. We're going to make 6 different projects. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, and we're going to put this right on here. So let's get our adhesive. Okay, well, somehow I have 2 sets of the same adhesive. I don't know what happened to my regular seal. Okay, we're going to just put this right on here, like so. All right, we're going to put this one aside. Let's go ahead and take our initial layer here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my Secret C, and I'm going to stamp the solid image of the Band-Aid here. So I just want to make sure I have this completely covered. All right. And I'm going to stamp one towards the top. And then towards the bottom. All right. I'm going to close that one up. Get that washed because we're going to need that. All right. Now, yeah, I think we'll use, well, we're going to do our little ouch. Okay. So in our stamp set, we've got a couple different phrases related to feeling better, ouch, and be brave. I'm going to use ouch on the outside and feel better on the inside. So let's just grab our little ouch here. If I know where I put my stamp set. How do I lose a stamp set? That's what I just got to figure out. Because I just had the whole stamp set here. Hang on. I'm just going to pick up my little pieces here. There it is. It got covered by my card base. All right. So I've got ouch. And then I'm going to also stamp feel better. That's going to go on the inside. So I'm just going to put that right there for right now so I know where it is. So in our berry burst, I'm going to stamp ouch in the middle, and then one on the left and one on the right. Okay, just like that. How cute! I really like this stamp set. Okay, now we're going to take our piece of scrap basic white that we have. I'm going to stamp this in our Secret C. I'm not really worried about if any of the ink gets there because I'm going to actually be die cutting that out. And I'm going to stamp one also in hydrangea. Just because I can. And I don't know which color I really want to use. Since I changed it up from my original sample, that's me cutting it close. I think I better just grab another scrap here. That's kind of getting close with my colors there. We'll just grab this one. Okay, so I've got that one. And we'll grab one more in Secret C. We're going to die cut those out. All right. Before I actually die cut it out, I'm going to do a little bit more stamping on here. So I'm going to bring back in my little dots here. So I have a stamp that will make these same little dots. So we're going to take that in our hydrangea here. And I'm going to stamp it on both. I just want to see which color I like better. Well, I think I like the hydrangea. So we're going to go with that. All right. On the inside of our card, I need to stamp two things. I need to stamp my little heart and my sentiment. So let's see. Let's put our sentiment in Secret C. Take this one and clean that one off. Put it right there so I don't lose it. Here's our Feel Better. 2. All right. I'm going to stamp it just slightly to my left. All right, and then I'm going to take my heart. I'm going to do this one in, and I do apologize. My light seems to be going. So if you see fluttering, that's what it is. And we'll take the secret, not the Secret C, the hydrangea here. Oh, and it's sticking to my die. I was like, why is that not sitting flat? All right, and I'm just going to stamp my little heart right next to it. Okay. Now my ink pad is really juicy, so it got kind of a little blurry. So when you're first using your stamp pad, a lot of times I will stamp a lot with it, or I'll take a spoon and I'll kind of wipe the ink away. It'll stay on the ink pad, but I just try to move it so it's not so dark. But for right now, I'm okay with this. We're going to grab several things here. So we're going to bring in our die cut machine now. And I need this one, and I also will need the little heart that's in here. Here we go. Little heart. Okay, so let's grab our die cut machine. Let's move everything kind of out of the way. I'm going to grab my little mini die cut machine because it's so much easier to see on camera than when I have my big one out. So I've got my plates here. We're going to die cut our Band-Aid. So let's do that first. Again, really quick and cute card. Now, this isn't the exact card that will be in Color Club, but it'll be pretty similar. All right, so we've got our Band-Aid here. And I'm also going to do, I want to change this up just a little bit because I feel like I want to do something else. Let's get this clean. And we're going to take that and that. Sorry. I know what I was doing. I just was taking a moment. I need my hydrangea here. I'm going to re-stamp my Band-Aid on my cardstock instead of my white. I really want to make that pop a little bit more, but we'll see which color we like better when we do this after we die cut them out, and we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll just go ahead and make 2 cards right away. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. All right, now I'm ready to die cut this one. Now I also wanted to have a little heart and another little Band-Aid. This Band-Aid die is really cute. Let me show you. But we do need that for the inside of our card, so. Oh, and I got this backwards. All right. Yeah, and your little mini die cut machine, you can use it if you're right-handed or left-handed. Just saying. I'm somewhat ambidextrous, so sometimes I switch back and forth and I don't even realize I'm doing it. Oh, there goes that. All right. Check out this little die. Isn't that adorable? So we've got that, the heart, and I also want one more heart here. We're going to do it in Secret C. All right. Now, here's another little tip. You all know that frequently I misplace my dies, right? So, let me grab my... Oh, well. You can grab your die like that. So if you do misplace it, you can find it pretty quick. All right. I'm just going to put these right here so I don't lose them. There's nothing worse than going to do a project and your die is missing. Ask me how I know. Hello, Beth. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you're doing something fun besides painting today. Hope you got all your painting all done. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put that right there as well. So I have them all right in my place. Here we go. I've got that stamped. I've got that stamped. All right. For the inside, I'm going to take my little Band-Aid here. And my camera is like, normally I have it up much higher. It's right kind of in my face right now. So like I lean forward to do something and I bonk my head with it. All right, I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue here, just like a dot. I don't want a lot because I don't want it oozing out. So I'm just taking my tip of my glue here and kind of spreading it around. Now what you can do is you can always wait for a couple of seconds before you put it on. And we're just going to put that right here. Feel better soon. Let's put this on the inside of our card and get that taken care of. How many of you out there are a scrapbooker? Who likes to scrapbook? Did you watch the lives I did over the weekend for National Scrapbooking Day? All right. So now, oh, let's see. We're going to take this. See, I don't think that's going to show up as well. Even though if I pop it up, I don't think it's going to show up. So, and actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think that Berry Burst would actually be a better heart on here. So let's do that. I'm going to cut 2 Berry Burst hearts because I'm going to place the one on the inside as well. Because I want to have that pink, that violet pink. Not violent, violet. Like viola. Viola. 1 and 2. You know me. I tend to go rogue. I'll have something designed, and then as I'm playing here with all of you, I sometimes change it up. So this is one of those circumstances. I'm changing it up. Okay. So we're going to take a little Band-Aid here. I'm going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to actually use a mini dimensional here, if I can find a mini dimensional. I've got all my dimensionals in a little... That was heavy. Got all my little dimensionals here in a little wooden crate on my desk. So they all have a little corral. And it was in the far back. All right, so we're going to put our little heart up on our dimensional. I'm also going to put this Band-Aid on a dimensional. But I'm only putting dimensionals on the 2 sides. So when it gets mailed, if it gets pushed down, it's not going to be too bulky. All right, I'm going to put that right in between there. There we go. Let's put this on to our Secret C layer. Like so. bring back in our card front. A lot of times I like to make my own designer series paper, so that's kind of what that is. Now, depending on the colors you try, it's going to look a little different. Oh, that was not right. That was not good to do. Hang on. I need to recut a piece because if I try to put that on my front, it's going to seal my card closed. I can't believe I did that. All right, so this has to be 3.5. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Oh, good grief. I can't believe I did that. Oh, you know, we're going to better color coordinate. I'm going to grab this. So this is my hydrangea here. And I'm going to make this just a tad bigger. So it's going to be 3 and, what is that, 5/8? 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Just making it 1/8 inch bigger. Happy boo-boos, right? So just a tad bigger. Now I can adhere that down and not worry so much. And now this is going to be in front of my card. It does cover up that berry burst, but, you know, I'm okay with that. All right. Put 2 lines of adhesive here. We'll go ahead and just center this. All right. Then on the inside of our card here, I'm going to go ahead and put this berry burst one. I'm just going to take a little dot of glue right in the center there. I'll put this one right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. All right. So this is my card for today. And this is my original. We just need a little bit of embellishments. I do like this background better, but I wanted to play with some of the different colors and doing different color combos. So now I'm just going to grab some embellishments. Now these right here are the antique pearls. All I've done is I've taken my antique pearls and taken my blends and colored them. So let's go ahead and we're going to get a berry burst one here. We'll do 2 little berry bursts. And I've got some Secret Sea already. And then we'll get the hydrangea. I haven't even opened my blends yet. I'm going to use the dark. And we're going to do 2 large ones here. So all I'm doing, I'm actually going to take my chisel point. When you're coloring your embellishments, if you're not careful, you can kind of ruin the tip of your blend. So what I actually like to do is I'll get 2 sets of blends and I'll use one for coloring embellishments, and I keep it in a separate little box. Okay. All right. So let's get some on here. All right. Bring in my take a pick tool. And I'm going to take, let's see, where do I want to put these? I'm going to take this little, I'm going to take this one right here and put it right next to my heart. I'm going to take this one and we're going to put it over here. We'll take this one, put it over here. I'm going to put it up there. I'm going to take another one and I'll put it right, oh, that would have been cute. Here, okay. Let's see if I can take this one off. I'm doing my little berry blends between my ouches. And put another one up here. All right. There we go. All right, so that's today's Hump Day lunch break. I hope you enjoy it. Quick little card. Here is the colors I use. I use gray granite. This is a peaceful pine. That's one of our new in colors as well. And then, of course, Secret Sea. On here, we use Berry Burst, Secret Sea, and the Hydrangea Hue. There we go. All right. We'll see you all later. See you tomorrow night for the new product premiere. Don't miss out. It's going to definitely be good. I'm going to showcase a lot of the products that I purchased already. As a demonstrator, I can purchase those early. So I did get some ready early, and I'm going to share with you a couple of the different sets that we'll be using in some upcoming classes, and also share with you how you can get your very own project kit for our new project party. All right, we'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye.